You're given immortality. But as a cost, you are sent back 3,000 years. Would you accept, and what would you do? You have to be kidding me, right? That is like best solution possible. I would be richer than Rockefeller Foundation, BlackRock, Bill Gates and Elon Musk combined by 100. I would establish exactly a world I want to. Also, Jews would borrow money from me, not other way around as it is now, because I would invent concept of bank system. ... And only suspicious thing that people would notice is how each son is so lookalike to its father and grandfather. Hey, with that kind of money shouldn't be a problem to stay in a shadow. 3,000 years back as an Australian would get pretty shitty. There wasn't a land bridge back then to meander up towards more interesting lands like Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. I'd be stuck with the megafauna and indigenous Australians. As a white dude, I'm not sure how that would go, but if I could get sent back to somewhere in Europe, maybe. If this is the can't die at all immortality, and not the just won't age immortality. Define immortality. Does it mean I still can break every bone in my body? Because that would be a WEFUL. Living forever with a broken spine. If it means my body just heals every wound, or is even unbreakable, then I'd dig that. Guess I would just travel the world and become a myth in different cultures. I'm not sure the 3,000 years is significant. If you were made immortal today, eventually, this date would be 3,000 years in the past. Does time have any importance to an immortal? And this is ignoring the usual questions regarding invulnerability, aging versus non-aging, etc. I might accept this, but I would need more information. 3,000 years ago would be like 976 BC. Would I show up where I live now or somewhere else? Could I take anything with me? Is immortality just not aging and disease, or does it include not being violently killed? Yes, I would accept it. I'd just vibe and wait out my time until the present day. Blend in, learn everything I can about history, continuously change my appearance every 10 years, and pray I don't get experimented on or found out in the modern world, or past even. Hang on 3,000 years. You are either gonna be famous to live long, get caught by government and be used as a lab rat forever because you'll never die, or living anonymously for the rest of your life. I need another superpower other than being immortal. TBH. Learn carpentry and build myself a small hut on the future shores of Los Angeles. Wait for the modern century and commit a crime that has me serving multiple life sentences. Outlive the sentences just to see what they do afterwards. Honestly, yeah. And I would need to know that I was nearly invincible. Not entirely. Maybe have a weakness of some kind. I would invent the DVD and give it to Microsoft so that Sony can't make PlayStations anymore. Fuck PS. Yes, definitely. Kate ancient times, see Christ. Watch the Roman Empire fall. Witness the French Revolution. Opening of Brooklyn Bridge. Do what I can to help the Allies in World War II and help save as many people that I can. I'd rather live now than 3,000 years ago. It seems that life would have been much more difficult and shorter then. Not to mention that I believe we have immortality now, just not in human form. Oh God. I would try to divert the catalyst for the Crusades thing. I would be one of those opinionated witches who would be burned for coordinating with devils because I like to read. No, that sounds awful all the way around. First off, I do not want to be immortal. Second off, I do not want to go back to a time when there are no flushing toilets. Yuck. Fuck that. Got to wait 95 of that time for all the good stuff to come out. Shit beds, awful toilets, plagues, no TV. I'd go back to like the 70s and have a do-over. I wouldn't want to be alive if my body falls apart, nor would I want to witness the terrible things that occurred back then. I'd also get bored after 15 minutes. No. Because I have kids who I love, and if I'm immortal, and they are in single quotes I to goodness truth I don't want to be alive if my children aren't. Oh hell no. I enjoy central heating, modern medicine, the internet, human rights. I wouldn't want to go back 300 years. 3,000 is out of the question. Personally, If I could choose the place to go to, going back 3,000 years sounds awesome. Not a punishment at all. Even without the immortality part. That way, I would be the sole, undisputed emperor of this world. I can't be defeated in battles, since immortality brings invincibility of sorts. Yes, I'd accept. I'd use the knowledge from the future to help advance societies, promote peace, and maybe sneak in some inventions of my own. Maybe, if there was a way I could end myself at some point if I wanted to. I could probably be a king or god with the amount of info I'd have. I've done 37 years and already feel about done lol. Edit, this isn't a cry for help. Just saying a lot more time sounds like a nightmare. Fuck yes, I would accept this. But I'd research where not to be first. Like not getting buried in an earthquake. Or in Pompeii in 79 AD. I would accept if I could pack a bindle before takeoff. Once I got there, I'd just kinda hang out, I guess. Same shit I did last year. So I get riddled with disease after disease. No dental care. So that'll be fun. Frequent starvation. Constant thanks. You could literally rule as a god. Have whatever locals are around witness you survive a few crucifixions, bam, you're now Jesus. Not sure it would be all that fun, as you'd be roughing it comparatively to what we're used to for a good 2,950 of those years. If I am immortal and will live forever, then 3 years and 3,000 years and 3 million is equally long time that equals 0 years. Like immortality and am still young. Yeah, why not? I would travel with my knowledge to every major event. Or at least try. And do I want to be inflicted with one of the worst curses and get sent back in time where everything is shit? Man, it's a trap. You would end up in space because the Earth was a different spot back then. Malicious genie detected. Why would anyone want to be immortal? When you turn past 200, you're probably gonna be bored out of your life. Nah, I'll pass. I'm 23 yo and already hate my life. Can't even imagine what immortality would be like. Hell no. I'm going to float in space after like 10 trillion years and that's going to be boring AF. I don't even want to live any more ATM. And you expect me to accept immortality? No thank you. I'll accept it, then I'll watch how they build the pyramid and other stuff in ancient Egypt. I'd just wait for the 70 to kick off. I guess I'd play heads or tails to kill time. Do I need to worrying about stuff like food, water, physical pain, physical tiredness, sickness? Hell yeah, I would write my own Bible and start the bonkers religion just for the fun. Sure would. Watching society evolve would be interesting and terrifying. Might get boring. Will probably play Civ Earl if immortal means unkillable. People who say they'd get bored with immortality have no imagination. Nope. We're living in the golden age. And who wants to live forever? Depends on where dropped in some place where no one speaks English. Oh good. Now I'd be able to stop Disney from copywriting stories. No. I think I'd be sick of life after 200 years, let alone 3,000. Yep. Then I could snuff out Christianity and Islamic religions. Immortality is the name of the baby given to you, so I'll pass. Sure, why not? What do you have to lose? Certainly not time. Well, if I could manage it, the Bible would be different, so I have to go through the present again. Thank you. No. Get early shares in Apple. Back then it's just the fruit. Going back with all my current knowledge. I'm God bitch. I would go back in time to accumulate wealth for myself. I have absolutely no desire to be immortal. Fuck that. Immortal how though? Like a Highlander, like a vampire.